Let's go. I wake up to a little bit.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the Over the Hills Hoops podcast. I am Patrick here in Las Vegas, and I'm joined by my good buddy Randy down deep in the heart of Texas. What's up, big dog?
What's up, brother? What's going on?
Chilling, man. It's nice and cold outside. Got the window open. It's 50 degrees. I like it.
Yes.
All right, so let's start the show off today talking about some more drama going on with the James Harden saga. Apparently yesterday, the NBA launched an investigation into the Philadelphia 76ers as to why James Harden wasn't playing. Apparently he's a star, he's healthy, why isn't he in the game? I forget who said it. Somebody said that they don't think anything's going to come of it. They're just inquiring, I guess. But I think Stan Van Gundy said it last night in the game. I'm the coach. He hasn't been here in 2 weeks. He's not playing. Like, you know what I mean? That's the way I feel about it too. Like, you haven't been here in 2 weeks. You're not going to play. Like, we need to evaluate and make sure you're up to game standards, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I wouldn't have brought him either. If I'm the coach for the 76ers, I think if they would have brought him, he'd have been more of a distraction than he would have helped the team at all. So,
do you think I think they play Toronto tomorrow, and then their home game is Sunday or Monday. That's their home opener. Do you think he plays, or do you think they trade him before that? Do you think he's going to play the home opener?
I don't think he's going to play the home opener. Honestly, I think they're looking for someone to trade for.
Me too.
Somewhere for him to go.
I think when he showed up, they're like, you know what? Let's just tell him to stay here till the road trip's over. Let's buy some time and see if we can't get him out of here by Sunday. Or I think it's Sunday, the home opener.
Yeah. I think he's more of a distraction to the team.
I think
the 76ers looked pretty good last night without him.
They did.
He would have helped them, but
yeah. Yeah, all right. So, that's the way I feel about it, too. I don't think he's going to play another game in a 76ers uniform this year or in the future, so I think those guys are done. All right, you want to hop into the betting lines for last night? We had the first game was Philadelphia 76ers at the Milwaukee Bucks. It was a great game. Dame played lights out, man. Let's look at the betting lines. Last night, we picked the Bucks -6 at home, and we lost that one. It was 118 to 117. They actually had a chance to that big three. They were up 4, and then I forget who hit the big three at the end. It didn't even count. So it went in, but it didn't matter. Like, they were down 4, and we won the over/under. The over/under was 227 points, and it went to 235. So we won that by 8, pretty easy. I like that. We went 50% last night on our picks. So. So what'd you take away from the game last night with Damian Lillard and Giannis playing together? And we'll talk about Philadelphia next.
Oh, man. Dame Time had an outstanding game. But with that 1-2 punch combo there, they're tough, bro. I think they may be a problem for the league. You know what was crazy to me? Was Chris Middleton only played 16 minutes and only scored 6 points, and they played – I think Chris Middleton's one of the most underrated players in the NBA, in my opinion. And on top of that, I think this team's going to be tough this year. They're going to be a problem with a lot of these other teams in the NBA, especially with that 1-2 combo right there.
Yeah, they haven't ever had that. I know Giannis can score, and Chris Middleton can score, but they've never had that superstar scorer. Like, Giannis can score in the paint, but Dame can score from anywhere on the court. Man, he's that good. It's crazy what they're going to be able to do. Yeah, Middleton hasn't really been the same since, I guess he had wrist surgery. That one, was it last year or year before? I don't remember what it was. I think maybe it was midway through the year last year or something. He hasn't really gotten back into the flow. Yeah, he didn't play a lot last night, but dude, they're actually pretty deep. They're deeper than I thought they were.
Yeah. Well, also, Brook Lopez hit a lot of big threes for him last night, too.
Yeah.
It was crazy. A center hitting threes like nothing.
Yeah, he and Embiid were kind of trading back and forth there for a minute on threes. Yeah. It was pretty sick to watch. Yeah, but Dame Time, man, these dudes are gonna be tough. It was the same thing I said about Dallas. I said, all right, if Kyrie is content to take the second role and let Luka do his thing, it's gonna work. If not, then it's not. It's the same thing here. And Giannis said it in the interview. He's like, "This is his team." I'm like, dude, if you're doing that, it's gonna be a crazy season.
I could tell, especially towards the second half of the game, third, fourth quarter, Dame Time just actually took over the game, and Giannis kind of took a step back.
Yep.
If you're right, if he's willing to say, "Hey, this is his team, and I'm going to play second fiddle," this team's going to be dirty.
They're going to be dirty.
A problem. But on the 76ers side, what did you think about Maxey?
I told you, man, I am big on this guy. I think he's going to make All-Star team this year. Probably. He's not going to score 30. He scored 30 last night, but or 31. He's not going to average 31, but he's going to average 24, 25, and probably 7, 8, 9 assists. He's going to have a breakout year.
So you don't think he'll average 30, even if say they do trade James Harden?
No,
that opens up more shots for him.
Sure, but I still don't think he's going to average 30.
Right.
I think he's going to be 25 is going to be his max for that. But I've been wrong before, so yeah. I'm real big on him.
Tobias Harris had a good game too last night.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, Kelly Oubre, dude, he was killing it last year in Charlotte too. He averaged, I think, over 20 a game. Like he's one of those. We talk about walking buckets a lot, and he's one of those guys, man. He's just Other than that, though, they didn't get much off the bench. Like it was just Kelly Oubre, Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey. Yeah, Tobias Harris had 20. I mean, that's what he does. I mean, he's less than that actually, but he's 17, 18 a game probably still. Yeah, the 76ers are they're tough. Those are two powerhouses right there, man. That was a great game last night.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that game a lot. PJ Tucker's kind of fallen off. I know he still does this thing defensively. Even last year he didn't score a lot. He's gonna have to score if they're gonna go all the way this year, man. Like
and they're definitely got to get some more help off the bench other than Oubre.
Yeah,
Danny
sure.
Green and Patrick Beverly's gonna have to. I understand Patrick Beverly's more of a defensive guy, but he's still got to get at least 8, 9 points off the bench if they want to make a push this year.
That's a crazy thing about the NBA versus like college and high school. They said Patrick Beverly averaged 37 a game in high school. Yeah. In like Chicago, in a huge school. Like it's insane. He goes to the league and he can't really put up points like that. It's amazing how good these guys are. All right, Embiid looked good, man. He took a lot, like there was a lot of like non-foul calls on him that they were kind of controversial. They could have gone either way, and he didn't he didn't argue with the refs. He was just kind of like he just let them all go, and I was like, dang, dude, that's different for Embiid. Like he's not really saying, he's just playing ball, dude. You know, this whole James Harden saga is unfair on him and on Tyrese. Like if James Harden comes back, I feel so bad for Tyrese Maxey, man. Like I don't like it. All right, so let's hop into the next game, which was the Phoenix Suns at the Los Angeles Lakers without Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. So we haven't seen him yet this year.
Yeah.
All right, so the line in this game was -5.5. We both took the Lakers. Lakers were -5.5. We both took that, and we both lost that. It was a 6-point game. I mean, what was the final on that? Oh, it was a 5-point game. Yeah. So we missed it by half a point. Actually, when I went to bet on it, I waited a little long, and the report of Devin Booker being out had been released, so they changed the line. I got it at -6, so I missed it by a point, but I would have missed it either way. Yeah. And then the over-under was 225 points. We both took the under, and it went to 195. It wasn't even close. That fourth quarter for the Suns, they had 3 points like with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It was pretty crazy. Yeah. Did you get to catch up on this game? I know you said it was a little late for you, but
Yeah, I caught up on the game.
Okay, who do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about Phoenix, or you want to talk about the Lake show first?
Phoenix first.
All right, let's talk about Kevin Durant and what he did last night. Of course, you knew he was going to have a big game with D-Book being out. Yesterday, we were talking about just the purest scorers in the league, and you mentioned Kevin Durant. I'm like, we only got one sample. We'll see. I don't think he's fallen off yet, and he has not fallen off at all. He's still doing it, bro. Yeah,
he's tough. I mean, 39 points, 11 rebounds. 2 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. Yeah, he's so good, dude. I mean,
he seemed to be throwing the ball away a lot last night. I mean, he was getting trapped though a lot. So I mean, of course you're gonna have more turnovers that way. But he had a lot. I don't remember how he had, but it was a lot. He played lights out. He didn't get a big help from like a lot of his players. Eric Gordon played better than he did that first game. So you knew he would. But these guys are still gonna have to do more, man. Like. That's the problem.
Especially their shooting guard, Grayson Allen. I mean, 6 points, but I mean, he did have 6 rebounds and 4 assists, but I think his points need to be around 15 if they want to.
I don't know that he's ever going to get that high, man. To be honest, I
I don't think so either.
he's probably a 12-point a guy. He has that reputation for being dirty, and
I would describe myself as a
Jeez, dude.
fighter. I'm John Morgan.
ESPN kills me with these ads. I'm sorry. They throw them in the background and it's so loud. Yeah, he's got this reputation for being dirty, but I don't know, man. He's a good defender. I like him. I don't know that his reputation actually is as dirty as it's supposed to be, but hey,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Josh Okogie, 10 points. Like he's one of those guys that's gonna have to do better than that.
Yeah.
Nurkic was in foul trouble a lot of the game. He was kind of on the bench. He only got 30 minutes, so I mean, he only got 28 minutes, so.
Yeah, he only had 9 points last night. That hurts him too. It doesn't give KD no help.
No.
Jordan Goodwin, I thought he played good off the bench. He played 29 minutes. He got 14 points.
Yeah, he's gonna help him out a lot too, man. It's just that's the problem with the Suns though. If somebody gets hurt this year, they're gonna struggle. If D-Book gets hurt, they're gonna struggle. Bill gets hurt, they're gonna struggle, and Kevin Durant gets hurt, they're gonna struggle.
Yeah.
You lose one of those guys because they just have no depth, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look from the Suns only made like 9 3-pointers last night.
Yeah.
Out of, I think they took, 29 attempts. They only made 9 for 29.
Yeah,
That's
well,
tough.
when you don't have Bill and you don't have Booker, the only two people on that team that are really good 3-point shooters are Eric Gordon and Kevin Durant. So they're lacking that a little bit.
Well, Grayson Allen's supposed to be. Wouldn't last year? Didn't he shoot like 39% last year?
I'm not sure. I'm not sold on Grayson Allen as a shooter though. That's just my take on him. But hey, I've been wrong about guys before. All right, let's talk about the Lake Show. All right, I want to talk about this point spread at 5.5. Your boy Austin Reeves, he killed me on that last play. If he stops Kevin Durant from getting that easy dunk, I think the Lakers were up 3 or 4. Yeah. If he stops him, they get a rebound there. They're going to shoot free throws, and we're going to win by 6, man. That's all I'm saying. Stop that guy there, man. Anyways, no, I mean, that was just you can't stop Kevin Durant. You know what I mean?
No, not at all. He did get a block on him though. Last night in the first quarter. That was nice.
So yesterday we were talking. I said Anthony Davis was going to have a redemption game. He's going to have 30 and 15. I almost got there, man. He had 30 and 12. I was close.
He had to have that big game.
He did, yeah.
I mean, that's for them to be successful. He has to score at least 30 points a game. I hate to say that, but
no, he does.
He has to be the best player on their team every night. Yeah. I did see that LeBron went from 29 minutes to 35 minutes of play last night.
I was going to bring that up. That was going to be my main story coming into James Harden, but then they had that whole drama with him. So, it's good in theory to play LeBron James 29 minutes until you're losing, and then it's not a good theory anymore. You know what I mean?
No, did you see that they were a minus 14 on the bench last night when he was on the bench last night?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you can't have that. Honestly, the overall last night, Lakers didn't play really good overall last night. They even though they got the win, they just didn't play. To my opinion, they didn't play overall good. Yeah, LeBron had a stellar night, 21, 8, 9, 2 and 2, AD 30, 12, 2 and 3. But really, outside of that, Russell played a little bit better. I thought D'Angelo Russell, but
to be honest,
I think they're trading.
They may do that actually. So see what they can get for him. You know, I'm actually you picked the Lakers at number 3 in the West. I picked them at number 4. I'm actually a little worried about them now.
It's only 2 games.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm just looking at what I've seen so far. I mean,
it's for sure. For what you've seen so far, I agree with you. It's like
D'Angelo Russell had a better game, but he's making terrible decisions, taking horrible shots. Reeves took some bad shots in the paint last night too, bro. Like, you just got to kick those out. Christian Wood was taking some bad shots. Gabe Vincent was he needs to take way better shots. Like,
what, he was 3 for 10 last night.
I remember. Well, that's an upgrade from game 1, isn't it? He didn't even score in game 1.
Yeah, he did score in game 1, but it was about the same play though. Honestly, he's been terrible off the bench the last 2 games.
I remember. I think it was like in the third quarter last night. LeBron's at the top of the key, and he passes it to Vincent on the left side, and he's like 10 feet behind the line and just fires it up with like 18 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, it's crazy to me.
Hey, they only made 5 3-pointers last night.
Yeah.
I mean, usually when an NBA team only makes 5 3-pointers, 90% of the time you're going to lose that game.
Well, they don't have any real sharpshooters anymore from the 3-point line. Like they don't have that
Yeah.
that dagger anymore. That's who they need. If I was going to trade D'Angelo Russell, I'd see if I can get two decent defenders and some spot up shooters, man. Like that's what the Lakers are really missing.
Yeah. I don't know if you could tell, but last night I could tell, like, throughout a lot of the spurts of the game, there was really no continuity throughout the game. And it's just like, Jesus, it's like, but I think they brought 8 new guys on, five,
something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of new players there.
It's going to take a hot minute for them to start gelling. But,
well, you saw how bad they were last year in the beginning. They finally got it together. Well, after the Russ trade, they got it together. But they're going to need a lot more off their bench if they're going to do anything this year, man. And Taurean Prince he did not play well. After how good he was in game 1, I was really disappointed in him last night, man.
I was going to mention that. Yeah, he was not very good at all last night.
All right, so
you're
a Lakers fan. I want to talk to you about, and see, I have no opinion on this. I'm just talking about how it's perceived. So I think when you get to the NBA to that point, like coaches and players are peers versus like, when we played high school, our coaches are like our boss. They tell us what to do, like when we do it. But when you get to the NBA, I think these are more your peers. Like you get along, you have like talking, like you have dialogue with them more than we would have in high school. So, like, they make this big statement that LeBron James is only going to play 29 minutes, right? That's what Darvin Ham comes out. He's going to play 29 minutes. Do you think he had that conversation with LeBron, like, I'm going to play you 29 minutes? Do you think that was, like, a dialogue between the two? Like, hey, I think you need to play 29 minutes, and LeBron agrees to it or doesn't? Like, that has, like, where do you think that developed between those two? Like,
well, I heard that, but then I also seen yesterday, after the game, Tuesday night, that LeBron said, they want me to play 29 minutes, and I'm guess that's the.
I guess I'm okay with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to follow it. Well, last night gets here. They're losing. How can you leave him on that 29-minute restriction?
No, I get it. I'm 100%. Like you can't leave him on that. That was going to be my point. Like, why?
Yeah, there's no way.
Why is Darvin Ham saying, "Hey, we're going to play this guy 29 minutes"? Like, that's just bad for one. If you're going to say that, you have to stick to your guns and play him that 29. But if I was the coach, I would have this conversation with LeBron. Hey, we're going to play 29 minutes, keep you refreshed for the season. Like we don't want you getting tired mid-season or end of the season. What do you think about that? Like, and if he says yes, no, whatever. If he doesn't really agree with it, I'm not going to announce that to the public and say, I'm only playing him 29 minutes. And then game 2, we're like, oh, you're going to play more minutes because we're losing. Like, it just makes it's a bad look for Darvin Ham that he doesn't have control of that team. That's the way I perceive it. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not worried about the Lakers that much. I think they're still going to be top 4 or 5 team in the West. They've got the talent for it. But that just kind of raises a question with the coach. I was just wondering how you thought about that since you are.
Yeah, I really think that I agree with you. I think that when they have those dialogues, I think that it's not like, hey, you're stuck to this. This is what you're going to do, and that's it. That's the bottom line. We're not going to talk about it again. I mean, maybe other teams will do it, but we're also talking about LeBron James.
Exactly. That's my point. You go to this guy and you say, hey, look, I want to play 29 minutes. We'll see how it goes. And if he agrees, sure, that's great. But I don't think you make that announcement that I'm only playing LeBron 29 minutes and then game 2 you're losing. You're like, well, never mind, just kidding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I think LeBron should play more than 29 minutes, obviously, but
if they want to win.
If they want to win, that's right.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a lot of games tonight to cover. 11 games, I think. We'll try to make this pretty quick because I don't want to take forever on these. We're already at the 20-minute mark, so let's try to burn through these as quick as possible. All right, so the first game tonight is Detroit at Charlotte. Who's going to be a game changer in this for you? And who do you think's who's going to be a game changer?
Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Cade Cunningham is going to be the game changer in this. So where are you going? Are you going the over-under or sorry, the line's 227. The over-under is 227 points, and Charlotte is favored 3.5 at home. Where are you going with this?
That's going to be a good game.
Yep.
So I'm going to go with Detroit with the under.
I'm taking Detroit in the under as well. I think Detroit actually wins this game and under 227. Yeah, Cade Cunningham's going to do his thing, and I don't think Melo has enough help there, man. I really don't. I don't think Charlotte's going to do much. All right, let's talk about the Nuggets at the Grizzlies.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, the Nuggets are -5 on the road at the Grizz,
Yeah.
and 221.5 points. Who's going to be the game changer in this one?
The Joker.
Yeah, he's going to be the game changer for sure. Who are they starting at center in Memphis with Adams? Is it Xavier Tillman?
I'm looking now. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it's Tillman, right?
I think it is Tillman.
You think we'll see Kenneth Lofton tonight? I'd like to see him.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why he hadn't been getting any playing time.
I think he's number 4 on the depth chart for centers. But when we saw him in summer league, he was a beast that one year. When we went to the game, I think he put up 30 that one game we watched him in. I'd like to see him get a little more minutes, man.
Well, I watched him play in preseason this year too. He was on this year. He looked good.
Yeah,
That's Xavier Tillman who's starting at center.
I thought so. Yeah, Joker's gonna be the game changer in this. All right, so what are you thinking on the -5.5 for the Nuggets? They covering that or they're favored by 5 on the road at Memphis?
Yeah. They cover that easy.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with that as well. I'm taking Denver. What about the over/under 221.5?
I'm going over.
Yeah, I like the over as well. Look at us. We're going the same this morning. All right, yeah, I like that too. All right, let's talk about the Knicks at the Hawks. Who's the game changer for you in this one?
I'm gonna go. It's gonna have to be Quickly's coming off the bench. I like Emmanuel Quickly, but I'm gonna have to say it's gonna have to be Trae Young in this one.
Yeah, I think the game changer for this one's going to be R.J. Barrett. Dude played lights out in game 1, and then I think he's gonna do well tonight. Him and Quickly both, and I expect Randall to have a much better game than he's not going to be the game changer. He's going to be him, but it's going to come down to Emmanuel Quickly and R.J. Barrett, I think. All right, so the Hawks are favored 1.5 at home, and the line is the over/under is 229.5. Where you going with this one?
I'm going with the Knicks, and probably going to go with probably the over on this one.
Bro, we are in sync today. Yeah, I'm taking the Knicks as well and over the 229.5. All right. Man, look at us. We're doing good today.
Heck yeah.
Well, we might be doing bad. All right, so here we go. This is the best game today, I think. Eastern Conference Finals rematch. Miami Heat at the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Who's the game changer in this one for you?
Jason Tatum.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that, except I think the game changer is going to be Jaylen Brown. He's got to get that together. He didn't play very well in game 1. That backcourt I'm big on them for Boston. Derek White and Marcus Smart. He's gone. He ain't there no more.
Yeah,
Drew Holiday are going to be the game changers in this one. Yeah, the line is Boston -9 at home, and the over/under is 217 points. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Boston with the over.
You're taking dude. We are locked in. -9 for me as well for Boston, and 217 on the over/under. Yeah, Miami struggled with the Detroit Pistons at home, so I'm taking Boston in this for sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right, next game up this is going to be a good game too, I think. The Thunder at the Cavs. Who you got for a game changer in this one?
I think the game changer, I think it's going to have to be, he didn't have a real good game in the first game. I think it's going to be Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, I like Chet too. We're going to see, but I think Cleveland's too tough this year. I think it's going to be Darius Garland doing it, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about the game changer for OKC.
And Max Strus. Max Strus played really well in game 1. So.
Yeah.
So Cleveland is -3 at home. The over/under 228 points. Where are you going with this one?
Cleveland with the over.
Cleveland with the over. I'm taking Cleveland with the under. Look at us. We're changing it up now.
Only reason I'm with the over because you got Shea Alexander. You know he's going to put up 30-plus points.
Shea's doing it, man. Been doing it.
Yeah, he's a man.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the Raptors at the Bulls. A couple of bottom feeders. Who's the game changer for you in this one? Did you hear? Wait, hold it before. Did you hear the Chicago Bulls had a meeting after game 1? A team meeting.
No.
They had a team meeting after game 1. Out of here with that. All right, who's the game changer in this one for you?
Game changer. Zach LaVine.
Yeah, he's got to get it going.
Yeah.
DeRozan too, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm not real big on these guys this year.
Yeah.
I'm just, yeah. I think we talked about we might be sleeping on the Raptors. We'll see how they do. But
Yeah.
all right. So the Chicago Bulls are -2 at home. The over/under is 216.5. Who you got in this one?
I think I'm going to take Chicago and under.
Yeah, I'm taking Toronto, and I think I'm going to take the under as well. You took Chicago on the under
Yeah, just only
because they're at
only
home.
flip.
They're at home.
They're
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I might be sleeping on Toronto this year. So I'm
I
gonna.
gotta see a few more games.
Yeah, Schroeder played well in game 1, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Raptors +2.
Yeah.
All right, we got another highly anticipated game, I'm sure, because Wemby's playing. We got the Rockets at the Spurs. The number 1 and number 4 pick playing against each other tonight.
Yeah.
Wemby at Amen Thompson. So who's the game changer in this one?
It has to be number 1 pick, Wemby.
I agree. Yeah, Wemby's gonna have to get it going tonight. He can't get in foul trouble like he did in game 1. He's got to put up 30 minutes, and we'll see what he can do. The line's -3 and 226.5. The Spurs are favored -3, and the line's 226 over/under.
Again, I'm going to take the home team with under, just because they're home. I'm not sold on either team yet.
I'm taking the same. I'm taking the home team and the under 226 because, like I said yesterday, the Houston Rockets are the worst offense in basketball. So I don't expect much out of them. Yeah. All right, next game. This should be a good game tonight too, man. The Brooklyn Nets at the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
Who's the game changer in this one for you?
Luka.
Luka. Yeah, he's always doing his thing, man.
You're not lying there. Dallas with the under, because I don't think that Brooklyn has enough to help get that point spread over for the over.
I'm worried about Dallas's depth outside of the two superstars, Luka and Kyrie. I think the game changer for this is going to be Mikal Bridges. I think he's going to have a big night. He didn't have a real big game 1. I think he only scored 11 points.
If I know we're not supposed to spend a lot of time, but
That's all right. Go. Let's hear it.
If they put Cam Thomas in there, then it would make it a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Instead of playing 20-something minutes off the bench.
Yeah, Ben Simmons too. Ben Simmons got to score more than 4 points or whatever he got in game 1. I don't remember what he got, 4 or 6 points. It wasn't much.
We need to start doing a deal on Ben Simmons. Is he going to score under 10?
Over-under. Let's do it. I'll set the over-under at 10 points for Ben Simmons. The over or under tonight?
I'm going to say he's going to be under.
I'm taking the over on Ben tonight. You putting that 10 on Mavericks don't have that defense. Come on, man. All right, so
he's a walking brick.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a good term for him. All right, so the Mavericks are favored by 6 at home. They're -6, and the over/under is 232. Where are you going with this one?
Where are we at? We are on the Mavericks.
The Nets at the Mavericks.
Going Dallas and under.
You're taking Dallas in the under. I'm gonna try the Nets. I'm gonna try to. I picked them for like 7, 8. I'm gonna try the Nets. I think. And I'm taking the over.
Oh my God!
What you picked Dallas in the under or the over?
The under.
The under. Okay, I'm taking the Nets and the over. Okay, let's go, baby. Let's go.
You got a lot of faith in Ben Simmons.
That's not in Ben Simmons. It's the rest of the players on that team. Cam Thomas is gonna do it. He's putting up 40 tonight.
As if he gets in the game.
Yeah. All right. We got the next game is the Clippers at the Jazz. I hope I get to watch this game because I want to see the Clippers. I didn't get to watch them the other night.
Yeah.
All right. So who's the game changer in the Clippers versus the Jazz?
Ooh, McClarkin.
Who? Oh, Marketing. Laurie Marketing. Yeah.
Laurie Marketing.
Yeah, he didn't have a great game 1. It was a decent game 1, but he's one of those guys that's got to get it going. 25 points or something. For me, it's Jordan Clarkson. That dude's gonna. If the Jazz want to win this game, it's gonna be on Jordan Clarkson. So, the line is the Clippers -4 on the road, and 228 is the over under.
Man, this is a good one. This is good. I think this is gonna be a good game. I really do. I know what I'm supposed to take, but I'm going to take Utah.
What? All right.
I'm going to take Utah and the Over.
Okay, I'm going the exact opposite. I'm taking the Clippers and the under. We're running out of time.
I know I'm supposed to take the Clippers,
I'm
but
taking the Clippers and the under. I said this the other day. I think the Clippers are going to have one of the best defenses in basketball, so I'm taking the under.
yeah.
All right. All right. Next game is the Orlando Magic at the Portland Trailblazers. Who you got in this game?
I'm gonna go with Orlando.
Well, hold on. Who's the game changer? Who's the game changer in this?
Oh, let me see. I'm looking. DeAndre. No, I'm just playing.
Well, he should be the game changer in this one.
I don't know, man. Pablo Banchero.
Oh yeah, Paolo Banchero. Yeah.
Pablo Banchero. Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, I think Franz Wagner's the game changer in this one. I think he gets it done.
Oh yeah. I probably got Franz Wagner. Yeah.
Cole Anthony played really well in game one. I expect to see him play well again. So the Magic are favored by 3. They're -3 on the road at Portland. The over/under is 223 points. Who do you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with Orlando and the under.
I agree, 100%. I think Orlando is better than anybody's giving them credit for, and I think Portland is probably the worst or second worst team in basketball. Yep. So, all right, last game of the night is going to be a banger. I hope I get it. 2 California teams. I probably won't get to see it, but the Golden State Warriors at the Sacramento Kings. Who's the game changer in this one for you?
Well, it's gonna have to be Steph Curry on the Golden State side, and you know what, Malik not getting no playing time. And De'Aaron Fox on the Sacramento side. I got 2 of them. They have to.
Yeah. I kind of agree with Steph Curry just needs some help over there. If Golden State's going to do anything, it's going to have to be on Andrew Wiggins, I think, because I don't think Clay is Clay anymore. All right. So Sacramento is favored by 2.5 at home, -2.5, and the over/under is 238 points.
I'm gonna go with the greatest shooter of all time. I'm going with Golden State
On the road. All right. Oh, that's not a very long road trip from San Francisco to Sacramento, but still.
Backyard.
Yeah. And what'd you take on the over/under?
Over.
Over 238. It's a big spread, but I'm kind of liking that myself. I'm taking the Kings at home. I think they are the 3rd best team in the West this year. Over/under. How much offense is Golden State going to be able to put up? That's the question. I'm taking the under the 238. I think Kings and -238. I think that's a pretty good spread for that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a great game. Yeah, I hope I get to watch it, man.
Same.
Man, we kept this short today, 33 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need to do every day. We need to try to do this a little faster if we can with all these games coming up. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else for the day? You want to talk about the Lake Show or anything?
No. Oh yes, I do. I was gonna say you may be right on the AR thing about him not getting enough touches. Just out of 2 games.
Yeah, he just needs to make a few better decisions. He's kind of.
Well, he was 4 for 7 from the field though.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
No, but he's took a couple shots he shouldn't have taken.
Yeah,
he's got a couple of turnovers. I'm like, man, you can't make those. Yeah. But I like what I'm seeing him out of on defense and rebounding. I'm liking him. So he's a good fit for that team, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think his touch is going to go way down. I'm going to have to retract my statement as of episode 1 because I didn't realize that Kate Vincent's going to be a walking brick as well. Right now.
I like that term, walking brick. That's pretty good, man. I'm a fan of that one. Yeah. All right, so I guess we're done today.
Yep.
All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Over the Hills Hoops podcast. We'll be back tomorrow doing some more. We are out of here. Peace, homie.
See ya.
Let's go.